Welcome to Vets Talking, where we are doing something very unique today. We are at AmericaFest, hosted by Turning Point USA in Phoenix, Arizona. And by we, I mean Vets Talkin is being represented there. We have our own booth. We've got press passes, and we are doing interviews galore. Obviously, I'm not there. I'm still home in Missouri because a chain of events prevented me from going. But that's all right, though, because I get to be here with you guys. I'm going to be recording these and uploading them. Like I said, we have a ton of interviews going on. This one was from yesterday. It came in late, so I'm putting this up today. But this one was an interview done by John Frankman, who has not even been on the channel yet. So this is his first appearance on Vets Talkin. John is a former Green Beret. He was forced out of the military and forced out of his career in special operations because of the jab mandate. Obviously a great dude. He is now an advocate trying to fight to get rid of that kind of crap, to fix our military. He does bring up these kind of aspects in this interview, and that is obviously my focus. I've been focused on military, making the military great again, and obviously support for our veterans. And he is interviewing Cliff Maloney. Cliff Maloney is a political strategist and commentator and founder of the Pennsylvania Chase. This organization actually got out there and did, I can't remember how many, said something like 500,000 door knocks in Pennsylvania, and is obviously a huge contributor to getting President Trump to have won Pennsylvania, which was the pivotal turn in the election that got him that landslide win. So Cliff is a great guy. He's been on a ton of other shows before. He's a great personality, and this is a great interview. I apologize for the video content. We had a little bit of a snafu. The video quality is not very good, but shout out to Culture Casino for bringing all this amazing equipment out there. We've got multiple different camera angles, and the video quality is going to be much better for the videos coming forward. But that being said, let's listen to John Frankman and Cliff Maloney.
How's it going, everybody? This is John Frankman. I'm here with the Vets Talking podcast. I'm here with Cliff Maloney right now. So we're going to have a little conversation here about what Cliff's doing. So thanks so much for coming on. Good to see you.
Yeah, it's great to be here, man. We're here at Turning Point's event. We're here because we ran the Pennsylvania Chase. And so our focus for pretty much the last 3 to 4 months has been each of these swing states where they now allow for you to have mail-in votes and early voting, and they changed all these rules during COVID. We've been assigned to Pennsylvania. And so our whole objective is, or was, to go into Pennsylvania and try to fix this mail-in ballot problem. The PA Chase, we had a goal of knocking 500,000 doors, and our effort was to get Trump to 33% of the mail-in vote. Republicans had averaged 20%, so we thought if we could get it to 33%, he would win. And we had a lot of good success.
That's awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for helping that. I think we're all very happy that Trump won. I mean, we can breathe a little bit of fresh air. We were all very concerned, especially in the military, with what Biden, Harris had done with the military, what Harris could have done with the military. And how did you end up getting that job with Pennsylvania Chase? Like, how did that come about?
Yeah, so I'm the CEO of a group called Citizens Alliance. So we operate in Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, North Dakota, and Idaho. We also do work for, friends in other states, but that's where we have actual chapters. And so typically what we do is we knock doors for state legislative candidates. But after 2022 and leading up to 2024, I get a phone call from Charlie Kirk and Tyler Boyer at Turning Point. They were pretty much like, red alert, we need help in Pennsylvania. It's my home state. My COO, Justin Grice, it's his home state. And Charlie was focused on Arizona and Wisconsin. And I mean a robust program, right?
Yeah.
So Charlie knows we love to knock doors. We've raised money before for our own programs. So he asked me, would you go into Pennsylvania, go out and raise $3 million and hire a team of 120 full-time people September 1 through Election Day? So first I said, hell no. But eventually it made a lot of sense. It was a really great experience as a political organizer to go back to your home state and win a race that then determines the White House. We ended up knocking 510,000 doors, and we were aiming for 33%. Trump got 34.5%.
Amazing. That's great.
Of the mail-in vote.
Yeah, hitting the goals there. That's awesome. And what part of Pennsylvania are you from?
I'm from the Philly suburbs, Delaware County.
Okay.
I graduated Chichester High School in 2009. I'm showing my old age. And that's southeastern PA. My whole family's still there. I went to college in Johnstown, PA, so I kind of really got a sense of the whole state with my time there for 22 years, and then dove into the political world, and it's all been crazy ever since.
Yeah, what has been your craziest experience in politics? Has it been this PA chase, or has there been something else that's
probably the lawfare. I think a lot of people don't realize just how, when you're over the target, they will come after you. I've had civil cases. They've come after me criminally. I've had FEC complaints, state election complaints. I've beat all of it. But it's taxing, going through that stuff. I don't like to admit that because then sometimes my haters feel like they're winning. But it's pretty taxing having to beat some of those things, and nothing beats winning. And so winning to me is the greatest revenge.
So you guys crushed it in Pennsylvania. Thanks so much. I was in West Palm Beach, able to watch the watch party, be there when Trump made the announcement. When we saw Pennsylvania was won, man, there was joy. I was crying tears of joy, man. It's just good stuff. But what do you think Republicans have to do to continue this momentum from 24 into 26? We have the presidency, we have the House, the Senate. Do you see us keeping the House, keeping the Senate? What do you think we need to do?
Well, I think the battle is won, but the war has just begun. And so that has been my line all week. It's been my line for the last month. I think right now the number one threat to democracy, well, let me rephrase that. The number one threat to our republic is the Republican Party. There are Republicans that must get in line. There are rhinos that we must really whip into shape. You're going to have Doge versus the swamp. And where Mike Johnson and John Thune decide to fall is up to them. I believe in free will. They get to make their choice. They could be the most historic speaker and Senate Majority Leader in American history if they enact what Doge wants. But that means going against their bosses, which is the swamp. And the swamp has a lot of power. They have a lot of, just this ability to push and dictate what happens. And so that's the battle I'm looking for now. And I encourage everybody out there, whether you're a vet, whether you're somebody who just cares about the country, cares about liberty of the Constitution, that's going to be the battle. Does Doge win or does the swamp win? And the more we can twist that to make sure that Doge wins, that's how you save the republic.
I absolutely 100% agree. And I mean, we saw that Trump in 2016 went in with the Senate, with the House, and yet he was still attacked. He still hit a bunch of speed bumps, wasn't able to get everything done that he would have been able to set out to do. I think he's much more prepared now in 2024, but I think that we have these 2 years, possibly if we don't have the House, these 4 years to really make drastic change, or else we're going to find ourselves in just as bad of a situation.
I'm a little more pessimistic. I think we have 100 days.
100 days?
I think with what we're trying to do with the wall, with deportations, with regulations, with gutting some of these just horrific departments, you got to do it all once. You got 100 days to do this. If you get into 2026, because it's not to do it, to enact it, right? You have 100 days to get the ball rolling, but then it's going to take till the end of the year or even the end of 2026 for us to get some of the benefits of cutting the government back. And I think if you don't have it happen ASAP and all at once, it's just going to drag out. So I think he's got to enact it. Look, Doge is going to come back to Trump. I have this on good authority. And Elon and Vivek are going to say to Trump, they're going to say, listen, we want to cut these 4 departments. We want to reduce these 40,000 regulations we want to get rid of. We want to reduce spending 5% across the board. Okay, we want to get rid of these 30% of government employees that aren't needed anymore. And what does the swamp do? That's going to be the thing. But that all has to happen at once, and then we all have to fight the swamp tooth and nail.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think we need to work with haste. We need to get stuff going. And what would you say for the average citizen? What should they do to try to help Trump at this point, this juncture?
So number one, I would work bottom up, not top down. So who is your local county commissioner? Who is your local state rep? What are they doing to fulfill the mandate? This is not just a federal thing, right? Trump is a message from the voters. What are they doing? Is your congressman siding with Doge or with the swamp? There's a lot of congressmen, you scoundrels know who you are, that during this whole thing, they just kept quiet. Right? And so if you're a local constituent, you should be chirping, hey, Bob, what's your position? Hey, Dusty Johnson in South Dakota, why are you still a yes on this? Took the selfie at the Doge meeting. Those people need to be completely driven out of politics or they can fall in line. You want to keep your job, just fall in line with those. That's fine by me.
It's so hard to primary an incumbent, though. And what do you think that there's going to be a new route to primarying incumbents?
I think depending on how Republicans handle this, there's going to be a ripe opportunity for us to take some of these cats out in primaries.
Okay.
And I'm excited about it. Anybody out there wants to primary somebody? As long as you got $5 million, you're ready to go.
Well, yeah, that money is certainly a barrier, though.
It really is. And that's what the swamp provides. The swamp provides the $3 to $5 million to protect their own, keeps the little guy from having a shot, and it's difficult. That's why I say spend your energy and your time running for state house. Battle there and then build yourself up.
Yeah.
It's my advice.
Cool. Well, I really appreciate your time. And what would you say to veterans specifically? This is Vets Talkin podcast. I mean, I think one of the things that frustrates me is they don't register to vote. They don't vote. There's so many of them. They've actually tried to serve, put their life on the line, but then they don't necessarily put their voice out there. So any message to the vets?
Yeah, so my brother and my wife are both active duty Air Force currently. So very supportive of military families, obviously the vets and active duty. My thing is this: don't let the woke stuff beat you down. I think you can work in a major company, and if the company's great but your boss is horrible, it stinks. If the company's horrible but your boss is great, you might love your job. And so obviously we need strong patriots serving our country. So my big advice, or my hope is that, you stay confident, you understand why you joined, even if sometimes some of the wokeness can creep in. Don't get the jab. And I just think keep telling the truth. We need good people that are willing to serve. And I think it kills me a little bit every time certain things happen and people are kind of forced to make decisions. So try to stick it out, but keep speaking truth.
I totally agree. And as a veteran, as someone who is forced out for the COVID mandate, I don't tell people not to join. I tell them to look at the circumstances, the difficulties you're going to face, but we can't allow this to be another three-letter agency that's taken over by the left. We need good people, and it's not just like any corporation or job where, I don't like this organization, I'm not going to work for it. The military is intrinsically tied to the national defense of our country and the success of our country, so we need solid people in there. So yeah, that's great advice. But Cliff, thanks so much for all you've done for helping to get Trump the win, and we look forward to seeing what you do next.
Would love to chat again. Thanks so much.
All right, God bless.
All right. Hey, thank you so much. And big shout out to Cliff for sitting down with us and for John hosting that interview. It was awesome. Thank you guys so much. And once again, I can't thank enough to Culture Casino for bringing the production value up, bringing all this equipment out there. Thank you so much, my dude. Check him out. Go check out Culture Casino on YouTube. And also to Drew Outstanding for holding down the fort for me, for running the entire operation in my absence. I can't thank you enough, my dude. And everyone else out there is helping out. We got Jake Angela Chansley's out there. We've got Alec Baldwin's finger. Lila Hart has been out there shouting us out. I can't thank you guys enough. Do check them out on YouTube. They all have their own channels. And if you're new here, I hope if you like this video, make sure you drop a like, drop a comment, let us know how we're doing. Let us know what you think about the content here, and double tap that like and subscribe and ring that bell for notifications and share us out there with everyone, because you don't got to be a vet to be here at Vets Talkin. Just don't get butthurt. You've been warned.
Open those arms. Oh God! Ah!